11th pick in the NBA draft will go to the Chicago Bulls. Pick.
Well, the both sides, in terms of DeMar, has been great for us for three. He's been invested in, the city of Chicago, and it's been really great to our young guys, so both sides are interested in, continuing. So we'll see what happens in free agency.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. Hopefully you guys are feeling pretty good today, as I'm feeling pretty good myself. Just wanted to talk about a few Bulls things that's going on right now. We done had a NBA draft lottery. We got to see what number we're going to have. We all pretty much predicted we was going to have this number, and it came to be. The Bulls will be selecting number 11 in this upcoming NBA draft. So the Bulls will technically be in the lottery. We will have our pick. We didn't advance from the play-in tournament, therefore allowing us to get to the lottery. And we're going to see what we'll do with number 11. It's kind of, bittersweet because Atlanta, they somehow managed to get the number 1 seed, and we were the team that put them out of the play-in. So it's like, yeah, we may have won the battle, but we lost the war because Atlanta's going to be pulling, having the top pick, being able to choose who they want to choose. Now, this isn't the strongest draft coming up, but, you could definitely find some gems in there. You could definitely find some diamonds in the rough, and that's what I expect Atlanta to do. Hopefully the Bulls, they can figure out what they're going to do, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit. The Bulls, they have a lot of options they could choose from in this draft. You got guys like Dalton Neat, Cody Williams, Isaiah Collier, different guys like that, Ron Holland. The Bulls have options that they could choose in this draft. But are they going to use that pick? The Bulls have some young talent that they're developing. You have Kobe, you have Ayo, you have Dalen, Julian, Patrick still young. The Bulls have a lot of young pieces. But if you heard in the press conference, AK, he wants to be competitive. And so by the Bulls being competitive, would drafting another prospect help with them being competitive? Or will the Bulls possibly use this pick to trade and try to get another player in, a better player in? I feel like those are the two options AK could go with. And I feel like the Bulls have a lot of good young pieces that they're developing, that they're working on. And so it's really up to what he wants to do. And a part of me feels like he might trade that pick. He might use that, they're trying to get rid of Levine. They might throw in the pick to kind of entice that deal and try to help with getting something back and clearing some room. And that's what the Bulls might try to do. So don't be surprised if the Bulls trade that pick. But if the Bulls do decide to keep that pick, hopefully they find a good prospect that will actually help sooner than later, because Bulls do want to be competitive. That's what AK says he wants to do, is be competitive. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say about the draft lottery. We're going to see more about that in the upcoming weeks, upcoming months. But in other news, the Bulls also lost another lead assistant on Billy Donovan's staff. John Longstaff, he's going to be with Charlotte, and that's 2 open spots that's going to be in Billy Donovan's, rotation that he needs to figure out. Matter of fact, 3, because you forget about, the other coach that they lost. So it's 3 coaches that they're basically missing. They lost Chris Flemings, they lost a few guys, and so Billy Donovan, he's going to try to, replace those guys. And they were saying that he's possibly looking for guys who's had head coaching experience in the past. So not just, typical lead assistants, but guys who's actually coached NBA teams. So I feel like that might be, beneficial, because not only Billy Donovan will have, what he feels needs to be in the game, but he'll have other great experienced basketball minds that will help contribute to what the Bulls are trying to do. So maybe that'll help, because I'm not saying Billy Donovan has been the worst coach, as a lot of people have said has been a horrible coach, but he hasn't been the best coach either. And so maybe those basketball minds will come in and help, influence Billy here and there and make, better decisions as far as rotations, as far as schemes and things like that. And maybe that'll be a good calculus for what the Bulls can do as to being a better team. And so maybe that'll possibly help. But yeah, we'll be looking forward to see who the Bulls will hire in the upcoming weeks, upcoming months, as far as the coaching staff. And so the last thing that I want to talk about is DeMar DeRozan. It's kind of like a thing going around the league now. They're feeling like DeRozan will sign back with the Bulls, not only because of his role, because he likes it there, but the Bulls can pay him a lot of money, especially if they get rid of Zach. And I'm pretty sure DeRozan will want to be paid pretty good for what he's offered for the Bulls these past few seasons. I mean, he's been clutch. He's been in the contention for clutch player of the year the past 2 seasons, probably before that, but the award wasn't out yet. But DeRozan, he's been excellent for the Bulls. The team overall hasn't achieved, but I do feel like a lot of that isn't DeRozan's fault. A lot of that has really been fit and scheme and things like that. And while DeRozan has his flaws, he's still been that go-to guy when the Bulls needed him. He still has been that connecting piece to help keep the Bulls competitive. He still has been that guy who's encouraged and influenced the young guys to develop, like Kobe. Him and Kobe built a strong relationship. Him and Ayo, he's done a lot of those things, and he's took a lot of these young guys in under his wing. And so I feel like DeRozan, he really has a lot of leeway and leverage when it comes to signing and re-signing with the Bulls. And he's done a lot. He's played great. He's played great in the play-in, and he just, he needs help. And that's what AK is trying to do. He's trying to find a way to build this team, which includes DeRozan, that can help become competitive and compete in the Eastern Conference. And that's what the Bulls are trying to do. I mean, AK has said it. He wants DeRozan back. DeRozan said he wants to be back. And so I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. It's going to be interesting to see how much and for how long. That's kind of like where the confusion is right now, where they need to come to terms. But I feel like that's going to happen. And comment down below. Do you guys feel like DeRozan should be back? Do you guys feel like he should be back on a pretty high deal? And we're going to see what's going on with that. But yeah, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Definitely subscribe to my pages. I'm going to keep you guys updated with Bulls content throughout the summer. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. I'm out.